You, welcome back to our channel. The video that you're about to see is taken from my live Friday night show, so you'll see me chatting along to our wonderful Sparklies. Tonight I am excited to show you our new collection of lockets. Some of them you may have seen before, but half of the collection is brand new and I can't wait to see what you think. I've also got some wonderful Victorian style rings and a fabulous pick from Mr. Sparkles. I'm looking forward to knowing what you think. Let's listen in. Chesterfield, and it's Friday night. Woo! Hi everybody. Happy Friday. It's lovely to have your company on this beautiful Friday evening in February, our last live of February, on the last day of February as well. Oh my goodness. January was sort of 3 months long and February was a week and a half, and now, now here we are. We were just setting up tonight for the show, and Adam said to me, I'm sure that I've just done this 5 minutes ago, and I agreed. It does feel like we were all sitting here together, doesn't it? Just moments ago, but it was an entire week. I'm glad to be with you tonight though. Lovely to have your company. If you are watching, then do pop on and say hi. We had a couple of technical things above and beyond today. Honestly, it seems just as I work Facebook out, it goes, do you know what, we're going to do something different. It's very weird and frustrating. Hello to Georgina. Happy last day of February to you as well, and what a gorgeous day it's been, hasn't it? Really nice and sunny. And hello to Laura, lovely to have your company tonight. We must say hello to Leslie NC, Leslie who watches but doesn't comment. Happy Friday to you if you're watching. Laura says, gosh, I love your shirt. Oh, you're so lovely, thank you. It's one of my favorites. It was occasionally when you're not looking for something and something is just there, it was a new look thing in the sale, and I went in for something completely different and I came out with this. But thank you, I really love it. I love the sleeves. It's a little bit Bridgerton, isn't it? Which I quite like. I do like the dramatic. Happy Friday to Pauline. Lovely to have your company tonight. And yes, it's lovely to be with you. I've got some gorgeous new lockets to show you today, so I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to start off with some of the lockets that you may have seen before. So we've got a locket and kind of a sentimental show. Happy Friday to Sarah, lovely to have your company tonight. So we're starting with this beautiful angel wings locket. And this is one of your absolute favorites, and thank you if you've chosen one of these. They are gorgeous and they open right from the center, just like angel wings, which is so lovely. And let me show you. So just opening from the center, so room for a photo in there, or a little lock of hair, or a lock of fur, or a little note, or your shopping list, I think Georgina said last time, or your word of the year. So lots to put in there, those gorgeous feathers on there. So how's your week been? Happy Friday to Becky. I've had my heart locket on today, says Becky. Oh, amazing. You must have known that it's locket night. You must have had a feeling out there in the sparkly ether. That's funny, isn't it? Yeah, I do love a locket. Often it's one of the first presents you're given, isn't it, a locket? So it's very sweet, very sentimental. So many reasons for you to have a locket as well. And with Mother's Day coming, then that is always a lovely present for Mum. There we go. Are you listening, Cans? They're having a listen. They're in the shop with me today. Mr. Sparkles is in concentration mode and updating some of our stock. This is all the work that he does. We always say that I am, if you imagine us as a clock, then I am the clock face. Chiming away. And Mr. Sparkles is definitely the inner workings of that clock, so everything he's having to concentrate and listen to the live as well tonight, so do spare a thought for him. So this one is £65, our angel wing heart locket, and then we've got our beautiful tree of life locket as well. This one has got some gorgeous diamond cut to the front. This is a wonderful design. I do love the tree of life. So the tree of life representing you as a person, your friends and your family. So you're the trunk of the tree there, and your friends and family are the leaves and the branches. It's a reminder to keep yourself grounded, especially with the chaos in the world sometimes. It's really nice to have a grounding moment, isn't it? There we go. Talking about grounding, I did the opposite of grounding on Wednesday night. I tried an aerial yoga class. Have you ever tried it? It's so strange. So it's all the traditional postures of yoga. So downward dog and eagle, that kind of thing, but with kind of a silk, well, it is not kind of, it's a silk support that's hanging from the ceiling on a bungee, and then you can kind of lean, and it helps with your stretchers and all of that kind of thing, and it was really, really good, highly recommend. Although I was a little bit, I was kind of getting into the leaning of it and trusting. It's kind of a trust thing because you have to put your weight on it and trust that it's going to take your weight. And then all of a sudden, it was just me that was a first timer in the class, and the instructor, fantastic, Lorna. And she said, okay, we're going to do our inversions. And everybody turned upside down like a bat. Just all of a sudden. It was so weird. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I didn't think, I mean, if you know me, I am not an athletic person. I used to, obviously, in entertainments, we used to dance and all that kind of thing, and running around and doing all that kind of thing. But I'm not, Mr. Sparkle's laughing in the background because he says that's an understatement, that I'm not, I'm not a big gym person or anything like that. But if I'm going to keep fit, I like to have a bit of fun. That's what it comes down to. And I really didn't think I was going to be able to turn upside down, but I did. So turned upside down, we're doing some shoulder stands in the air. And Mr. Sparkle's putting his rings away. Hello. Hello. He's thrilled when I draw attention to him. He loves it. If he could have his own spotlight that I could just follow spot him around the room, he'd adore that. Love it. You know what he's like. So upside down. And the instructor just, casually said, you kind of wrap your legs in the silk and hold on. I was holding on, like, oh, really, kind of really holding on tightly. And she said, and then just let go. Just let go. And I said, what, mentally let go? Or do you mean physically let go? And she meant physically let go. And Sparklies, I let go. And it worked. I stayed where I was. Hanging. So yes, if it sounds like your kind of thing, then do give it a go. If you've been sort of on the fence about trying it, it's fantastic. Laura says, lol, I couldn't, but well done. No, I didn't think I could either. But yeah, somehow I did that. Yeah, and it's the least jewellery I've ever worn. No jewellery apart from my wedding ring, because obviously it's all silks. £65 this one, the Tree of Life heart locket, and 2 photos, room for 2 photographs in there. And then remember, of course, the golden rule that we've spoken about before with your lockets. When you're closing your locket, always at the side until you feel that click at the side. We don't want to be closing from the centre, because lockets, by their very nature, because they've got a vessel inside, are hollow. So if we close from the centre, then we're going to get a nice big fingerprint here over time, and a nice big dent, and over time your locket becomes misshapen, and then she won't close, she won't join properly. So we need to avoid doing that, and we need to close from the side. And that's why sometimes you see very sort of antique lockets, vintage lockets, and they've got a little bit of trouble closing it, because people close them from the centre. So close your locket from the side, and she will thank you for many years to come. Here is possibly our most popular locket. I adore this locket. It's our Daisy Heart locket. And again, I think the thing that you can't see with this is the weight and the tactileness. That's not a word, but it's very tactile and a really nice solid weight. So really only room for 1 photograph in there. You could put a photograph in this side, but you'd be able to see from the front. When you've got your photograph in and this one's closed, the daisies are quite a tight weave, so you can't see through the centre that much. So a nice, keep your secrets safe. Becky says, that's the one I've had on. Oh, you see, you wear her so well, the Daisy Heart locket. You're our Daisy Queen, aren't you? I think you've got this collection with the ear climbers, and she's a gorgeous piece, this one, isn't she? And if I'm not wrong, I think were you the first person in Chesterfield to have one, Becky? I think you might have been, if I remember rightly. Gorgeous size, this one as well. Very, very wearable. Let me show you where she sits. Let's just, we'll just spin a couple of these round for now. So we've got some room. And very, very wearable locket. Of all the jewellery that kind of comes and goes, and you have different jewellery in different styles and, you know, all that kind of thing, lockets kind of endure. And you can see why, they're just so classic. Becky says, oh, I was. Yes, I think I'm almost sure you were, I think. So there you go, you're a trendsetter, you see. Now one of our most popular lockets. Love that. And I love that we've got the uniqueness of the little flowers in there as well. Absolutely beautiful. Really nice to wear. Very, very a simple shape, but nicely embellished on the centre. This one's £75, the Daisy Heart Locket. And then I've got a brand new one to show you next. Laura says, my husband said if I was a flower, I'd be a daisy. So I feel like I need something from this set. Laura, it must be meant to be. Tell Connie he's a mind reader. That's it. Definitely. Why would you be a daisy if that's not too... That might be a personal question. You might be sitting there going, I can't tell you that. But that's very lovely, isn't it? I didn't know... Caroline from 12th Craft told me about daisies, and she says the name, the etymology of the word daisy comes from day's eye, and that's because daisies sleep in the evening. So in the day they open up and they're all in blossom and ready to capture the rays of the sunshine, and then in the evening they close their little petals while they go to sleep. And I just think that's so lovely. And we bought some crocus this week, went to the garden centre this week, the garden centre at Millthorpe, and we bought some plants for us. It's not very descriptive, is it? I can't remember what we had now. Tete-a-tete for us, and some tulips for Mum, and some crocus for Mum as well. And we took the crocus round quite late in the evening while we had a little nightcap and we had a chat, and we took the crocus round. And whilst we were chatting, the crocus started to open. And we woke the crocus up with our chatting and the warmth at home. It was really lovely. So they started off and they looked very much like a snowdrop. So they were like this, and then they started to open, and they were open by the end of the evening. It was so lovely to see. Georgina says, saw some daisies today in the sunshine. Oh, isn't it the best when you just come across them? They're such an innocent, beautiful flower, aren't they, daisies? Really love them. We've been enjoying the snowdrops on the way. When we walk up to Adorn, snowdrops kind of lining the way, and they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Harbingers of spring, love it. Laura says, I will, along with the link. It was one of those relationships quiz. Okay, yeah. We first got together in spring, so I think it's subconscious. Oh, that's so lovely. I love that as a story. How wonderful. Wendy says, hello, Wendy. Happy Friday. Lovely to have your company tonight. So this is the new angel wing locket. And so the first one that I showed you, that's our... And we have this angel wing locket, the heart, in this size and in a mini as well. So we have got a mini angel wing heart locket. And then this is the new one. And she's an angel wing viewed from the side. So a little bit more elongated. She's got a magnetic closure. So we just open up there. And again, room for a small photo in here. I think you perhaps put your photo in the top there, and then the wings come down here and just snaps closed with that magnet. And I love that. A nice generous bail on here as well. Wendy says, oh, lovely. Thank you, Wendy. It's really pretty, this one, isn't it? Gorgeous texture, which I absolutely love. Now, the lockets that I'm showing you tonight as well, I've put on our chains, are super popular dotty chains, but we have got heavier chains. So if you wanted a heavier chain or a longer chain, then we can put those on those for you as well. So happy to do that. And then we've got that gorgeous, can you see? not quite oxidized, but a little bit of a deeper silver on that one. So really nice colour. And the shape is just beautiful. So a little bit different to the ones that I've shown earlier. Let's put her on, and then you'll just get an idea of how big she is. Because it's difficult to tell sometimes, isn't it? We were chatting, something I showed last week. I'm trying to remember what it was. And somebody came in to have a look because they couldn't quite sort of gauge how big it was. So that's how big she is when you wear her. Now on me there, she's about an 18-inch. So you could go a little bit longer if you wanted to, could go a little bit shorter if you wanted to. You could go very long if you wanted to as well, kind of that traditional Victorian look of a very long locket. The only thing you have to be aware of there is the swing. So when you lean forward and the further down she is. It's also, if you're thinking about a bigger piece, then it's a nice way to dilute that bigger piece. So you can have a nice big statement piece, but it doesn't kind of feel too OTT. If you wear it a little bit further down, it just dilutes it a little bit. So that's the Angel Wing, £85 this one, the new Angel Wings locket. Let's just pop that off again and I'll show you a close-up again. So she's a bit of a twist on a traditional locket because of the shape, but you can still get your photograph in there. Let's open at the side, and then on your little mantra or your little note, whatever you'd like. Really nice one, that one. And then she just pops closed like that. Gorgeous. And then family lockets to show you tonight as well. So a slightly bigger one here, and a family locket. This one has room for 4 photographs. So let's just open her up. And that's how she looks inside. Oops. Let's just hold her steady. That's it. That's better. Get a better look at that. I'm just going to have a little drink. I've got a nice cup of tea tonight. Yorkshire tea tonight as well. It was almost a disaster. We ran out of tea today. I mean, good grief. I don't know what we'd have done. It was fine. We managed to get some before the show. It was all right. And when I say ran out, we ran out of Yorkshire tea. We still had plenty of green. Don't worry too much for us. Georgina says, oh, how lovely. Thank you. Beautiful piece, this one, isn't she? So room for those 4 photographs in there. Pauline says, talking about chains, my purple marquisite necklace is a little long. Do they have shorter chains in that type of chain? Yes, I think it's oxidized silver, says Pauline. Yes, they do. We've got a nice 16 that'll sit nicely for you. Just pop in and we'll sort that out for you. No problem there at all. Yeah, that'll sit nice because she's quite a long pendant, isn't she? She's the diamond, the kind of diamond shape, isn't she? Yeah, don't worry. We can sort that out. 16 inches is the way to go. 40 centimetres. So we've got that little bit of embellishment on the front there. And then again, just a click at the side to close and make sure she's nicely closed. And then we've got a nice generous bail on the top there as well. And again, she's on our super popular dotty chain. £165, that one. Oops, come on, missus. Let's get you closed. There we go. Pauline says, great, probably be in on Monday. Oh, lovely. We'll look forward to seeing you on Monday. Fantastic. That's exciting. Let me show you another new one. Now, we're going even bigger with the next piece and very, very Victorian in style. I love this piece. So we went to see the previews and Mr. Sparkles and I, sometimes when we go and see the previews, we go to walk around together. And sometimes we'll sort of, one of us will have a chat and we'll see different pieces separately. And on this occasion, we saw the lockets separately, but both gravitated towards these because they're so us. So Adorn, these ones. Very, very vintage in style, very, very Victorian. A really nice size. And you can see that all of that embellishment on the outside there. All diamond cut, so no gemstones on there. It's just really cleverly cut with the silver. which I absolutely love. We've got the bobbles on the side. Again, a really nice generous bail, so you could easily go heavier on the chain should you want to. Georgina says, oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. She's gorgeous, this one, isn't she? One of those pieces that I just instantly fell in love with. Laura says, stunning. Thank you, Laura. Gorgeous piece, this one. Now, I've added a rope chain to this one because I tried her on the dotty. And when I say tried, I kind of looked at them together and thought, I don't know. She could go on the dotty. She's not too heavy, but I really think she needs a vintage, a sort of antique-y looking chain because of the, yeah, just the heritage feel of her. I think it keeps that nicely. But let me show you what she looks like on. Now, this is a really good example of a piece which would look beautiful at that longer length. Look at that size, that really nice, big statement size. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's one of the pieces we have. Hello. Got a little can down there. He's just had some tea. Is that nice? Good boy. It's Heathcliff. A really nice size. And it's one of the pieces, we've got quite a few heritage feel pieces. And they really feel as if they've been found instead of made. I'm just looking at my hands. I've got no rings on. It's because I've just put my makeup on. So, honestly, how strange. I've just noticed that. That's really weird. So, yes, an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And she does feel as though she's got a history to her. That's how she's been made. So she's got all the beauty of that really nice Victorian piece with all the longevity of a new piece. Laura says, stunning. Sarah says, love it. Thank you. Really, really pretty, this one. So let me just bring it in so you can see the detail there. And again, really nice and tactile opening. So we've got plenty of room for 2 photographs in there. And they look just beautiful. Love that. And we're going to close at the side with a little pinch. Hallmarked on the bail at the back. Really, really pretty. And that nice rope chain. Again, if you wanted to go a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, a little bit longer. That's what I was thinking. Then we can do that for you. We can pop that on a different chain. Added just that little bit to the price. And the price of this one is £165. 165 for this one. Pauline says, looks fabulous on the black. Thank you. That really nice dark background works really well, doesn't it? Just makes it pop. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. So that is our first big Victorian piece. And then the second big Victorian piece is this beautiful piece. So even bigger, this one, a really nice big locket. Absolutely love, love, love this piece. And again, it's one of the ones that I find it difficult to choose between. I can't really tell you which one I prefer. I love the size of this one. I love the embellishment of the one that I've just shown you. I just adore them equally. I think they're absolutely beautiful. A really nice size in this one. Let's show you on the inside. So again, plenty of room for 2 photographs on the inside. And let's just close that again at the side. We'll just pop in her clothes. And that nice braiding down the centre that really draws your eye in there. And then all of these diamond cuts. So she's doing what jewellery should do. She's reflecting everything. So you can see a little bit of my behind the scenes in there. But there, that should give you an idea. And just showing you at the side, that's the thickness. She's not a heavy piece because she is a locket. So nice and wearable. Georgina says, oh my goodness, love it. Thank you. Laura says, wow, thank you. Beautiful piece, this one, isn't she? So let's just put her on so you can actually gauge the size. Laura says, gosh, I love these. Me too. It was one of the collections I was so excited. I mean, I'm always excited by the new collections. But as you know, I'm a real fan of vintage style. And I do like a piece which feels as though it's got some history, and this one really, really does. So that is how she looks on, to give you an idea of the size. If I just kind of put my hands in there to give you an idea. Absolutely gorgeous. A really nice statement size. She's £185, this one, 185, and that's including the chain. And as I mentioned again, I've put the rope chain on there just to kind of continue that vintage feel, but you could put a nice Figaro on there if you want. Wendy says, hi everyone. Hi Wendy. Traveling in a train, so captions. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, good idea. I love that. Good for Facebook that they're doing captions now as well. That's brilliant. Oh, I hope you have a lovely journey. Sarah says, please can I have the last locket? Sarah, you can. I should put one aside for you. I'm just going to write you a little note. So this one is called Victoria. So she is for you. There we go. I shall put one of those aside for you. Yes, of course you can. Absolutely wonderful piece, isn't she? Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love her. So let's just compare the size with Elspeth. So that's a comparison in the size. And you can really see that detail together. Just wonderful. Love, love, love. Adore, adore. And speaking of adore, let me show you our adore ring. Now, I can't remember whether I showed you this ring before she came in or when she came in. I didn't show you before she came in. When she came in before Christmas. Because she came in and immediately somebody chose her for a Christmas present. She was exactly the right ring in exactly the right size, and off she went to a new home. So I don't know if you've seen these. Georgina says, like the names. Thank you very much. So it just had that's how they came. I think that's how they felt to me, like those names. So I'm glad you like them. That's good. Sarah says, oh sorry Sarah, it was this one, was it? That one? Yes, Elspeth. Thank you. Let's see those. So, large look at Victoria. So, Elspeth. So, Sarah. Yes, no problem. That is for you. Tatiana says, where were they made so stunning? Thank you, Tatiana. It's a designer that we work with in Leicester. So, yeah, they are just amazing, aren't they? But they look as if I've just stepped back in a time machine, don't they? And I just popped out and bought them back from Victorian England, but I promise I didn't. They're all new. So this is our wonderful Adore ring, and I do adore her. Now this is a brilliant example, sticking with that Victorian theme, of a Victorian acrostic ring, because each gemstone in here spells out the sentiment. So we have an amethyst, starting from this side, I forget I'm backwards, amethyst, diamond, opal, ruby and emerald, adore. Now these type of rings were often gifted in the Victorian period between friends or between lovers as secret sentiments. So adore, as we see here, you could have regard, dearest, everything spelt out with these beautiful gemstones, which I absolutely love. And it's just a wonderful way to carry that message with you. Really, really lovely sentiment. So this one we've created in 9-carat yellow gold. And as I mentioned, we've got an amethyst here, a diamond, an opal, an emerald, a ruby and an emerald. I can't spell. And yes, before you ask, I did have a look to see if I could find a gemstone beginning with N, so I could turn the Adore ring into an Adorn ring. So we could have Nephrite jade perhaps, or something like that. Laura says the shirt is very fitting for the lockets. Thank you, Laura. I think I need one of these lockets in my life, so do let me know if you agree. I mean, obviously if it was up to me, I wouldn't do that, but if you think that's the right thing to do, let me know. Georgina says, how lovely. Sarah says, yes, that's the one, thank you. So Elspeth is aside for you. Wendy says, gorgeous lockets. Thank you, Wendy. So beautiful, beautiful sentiment in this one. Wonderfully set. And again, if you have a look at the setting from the side, we've really stayed true to that vintage feel. And I just absolutely adore this ring, pun intended. The gold, we're seeing so much more gold this year. Lots of people, lots of you asking for gold, the yellow gold. Laura says, obviously, thank you, Laura. I thought that was, but I thought I'd better check with you. Definitely need one. Angela says, presumably nearly the end of the show as I'm late again. Oh, Angela, don't worry. There's no naughty step here. You're fine. Sherlock is playing up. Oh dear, Sherlock. Well, should we send Moriarty to sort them out? We can do that if you want me to. Sarah says, definitely, that's good. So agreeing with the locket. Scott said, it is on, oh, you could have a nugget of gold for the N. Genius. That's Scott. I like that thinking. Let's get Mr. Sparkles on it. Pauline says, love that ring. Thank you, Pauline. This one is a size O for Oscar. She's £885, so 885. Now I have her in a size O and I have her in a size N as well. We can create her in different sizes for you too. So let's just show you those both together. Oh, and I just love them. And that's the thing with this new collection, is that I want every single piece of it because it's so vintage inspired. And we do, although we do choose lots of contemporary jewellery as well, it's always the vintage that pulls me back. That kind of speaks to my soul. I love that found look. So the Adorn rings there, and they will be online probably over the weekend. I photographed them, which you'd be very pleased to know. So we're we're on course. They're on their way. But obviously, if you'd like them before then just let me know. Pop in if you're local. If you're not local, you can send me a message. This also very, very Victorian, the bow ring. And again, used for centuries to denote that love and belonging and the tying of two people together. Also a lovely symbol of remembrance, the bow, because we think it stems from Roman times and tying a little bit of twine around your finger, you know, to remember something, and stems from there, and then that became the remembrance. So a lovely, lovely way to wear the bow. She's so dainty. And when I first saw her, I desperately wanted to wear her as a midi ring, which is, let's face it, a terrible idea because so not as a mini ring, but just to make your finger look as though she's wrapped like a parcel. I think that'd look fab. But that's how she looks on there. So those beautiful sparkly diamonds, all natural diamonds in here, 9 carat white gold. Again in here, Laura says, oh, so cute she is, isn't she? Just so dainty, sparkly and cute, and she's going to sit beautifully. I actually think she'd make a very sweet engagement ring because of that sentiment. So that's how she would sit with a wedding ring, just sit over that kind of court shape there. Absolutely gorgeous. £885 again, this one. Now she is a size O.5, but again we can pop her in different sizes. We can have those sizes made for you. Just a wonderful, wonderful, very, very sweet little ring. And then we had a show of sentiments. So the lockets, the Adorn rings, the bow ring, I was very excited to show you. And then we had a ring that Mr. Sparkles chose, and she arrived today, and I just had to show you because she's absolutely stunning. So lab grown blue diamond. Look at this super, super ring. We've got a full carat here of lab grown blue diamond. She's a VS1 in clarity. She's platinum, and she's just sensational. I've already tried her on about 5 times today, just to kind of see how she'd fit on your finger. But look, isn't she gorgeous? And I'm obsessed with the blue because we've got lots of different blue rings. We've aquamarine, and we've blue topaz, and we've had Swiss blue topaz before, and sapphire, of course. But she's a blue all on her own. She doesn't look anything like the other blue that we've got. She's just absolutely superb. Really, really beautiful. That gorgeous oval shape, which is one of Mr. Sparkle's favourites, and the oval, of course, representing eternity. I'm not sure if that's why it's his favourite, but I think it just looks beautiful, doesn't it? On the finger, absolutely gorgeous. Pauline says, oh my goodness, it's fabulous. Laura says, OMG. Georgina says, wow. Pauline says, oh my goodness, fabulous. Becky says, that's pretty. Sarah says, stunning. Thank you. See, he's got very good taste, hasn't he, Mr. Sparkles? This was one that he really felt as though he wanted to do these when we started looking at the lab-grown diamonds, and we've got all these gorgeous colours, and the blue is just absolutely sensational. She's £1,745, 1745. She's a size O, but we can adjust her and we can have these made as well, so we can source another blue diamond and set that for you. She is certificated, so she carries her certificate from the IGI, the International Gemological Institute, to tell you all about her. Sarah says, stunning. Thank you, Sarah. And I'm just absolutely in love. I just adore, adore, adore this ring. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And that is my show tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I think you love the lockets as much as I do, which I'm really pleased about. It's been fabulous. April says, beautiful, need it. There you go, April. That needs to be your next present, doesn't it? Have a look. Gorgeous. Come in and give her a try. She'll be online soon, so she hasn't been photographed yet, so probably towards the end of next week. Sarah says, Steph will have to win the lottery. Tell him to buy a ticket. You know, we've had a couple of lottery winners, so it's definitely possible. You never, ever know what's around the corner. Pauline says, fabulous show, thank you. Oh, you're most welcome, Pauline. Thank you for watching. And thank you all for watching. We're at Adorn tomorrow from 10 until 5. Laura says, a favourite show. Oh, thank you, Laura. That's so lovely. So come and see us tomorrow if you're in Chesterfield. Wendy says, beautiful ring. Thank you, Wendy. So, and then we've got our usual opening hours next week. So we're Monday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday from 10 until 5. Do let me know what you think about the rings. Scott says, see you soon. Thank you, Scott. See you soon. Off to look for that nugget of gold now for the end. And don't forget that if you've got a friend who would love this show but isn't on Facebook, then everything's going to be over on and it's on Instagram. It will be on Instagram, but in a very short version. But over on YouTube tomorrow morning, that's Saturday morning, so you can catch up there. And I'll be posting the whole show, so if you joined us partway through, then you'll be able to watch from the beginning again, so you'll be able to see everything you've missed. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm sending lots of love from Adorn to you, and remember, until next we meet, say it with me, eat, sleep, and sparkle, repeat, and I'll see you soon. Bye, see you soon. Bye.